Roll! Bree, good to see you again. We've moved on. It's round 5. We're in Taupo. We just got here. But let's go back first of all. I'm sure you spent most of your life as a racing driver learning about the Grand Prix and hearing about the Grand Prix and probably going to a few and witnessing it as a Formula First or Formula Ford driver. What was it actually like to be in the New Zealand Grand Prix?
I think it's a real good achievement to be able to say you've raced in the New Zealand Grand Prix. It's also very challenging, as it was quite a long race, probably one of the longest races I've done so far, but it was a great accomplishment.
How did you feel physically? Yeah, like you say, 28 laps around Hampton, no mean feat. So if you were, we talked pre-season about how physical it was going to be for you, and you said, no, I can handle it. If Chadwick can do it, I can do it. How were you at the end of it?
Physically, I was fine. It was just a couple of the bumps where you'd whack your elbows, but I did come in a little bit probably dehydrated because I was running around for a good hour trying to sort a couple of things out before the race and forgot to hydrate myself, but otherwise it was pretty good physically. And
they also threw a few curveballs at you with, with doing qualifying the way they did it. Did that throw you off again a bit?
Yeah, it was a bit weird because you had to get your qualifying done and over pretty well in the first part of the day, but it was good because it didn't have too many challenges in it, but it meant you had to start off the same grid for me personally each race.
What about the occasion of the Grand Prix? A lot more fans, a lot more pressure. You've got the sponsors there and so on and so forth, and you've got people like PJ who've helped you. So you're probably in more demand and you're probably feeling a little bit more pressure. How was that side of things?
I think I definitely had a lot more stress than I did at the other rounds because it was my home track, but it was also a great feeling to have everyone there supporting you. But I did find myself very, very busy around the track that weekend.
Now each week you're trying to learn a little bit more. This is what the whole point of being a rookie is. It's not about winning the Grand Prix and winning all the races. It's about you learning and getting to grips and progressing. Would you say week on week, we're going into 5, but we just finished 4, would you say again you move forward?
Yeah, I think I definitely have, but it's hard to gauge because everyone else is also going forwards at the same time, but I definitely haven't gone backwards.
I think what's impressed me compared to previous years of people in your position is the fact that you haven't had big offs, big mistakes, big crashes. Yes, you found the limits and you've been off on the grass a couple of times, but that's normal. That means you're actually pushing because you can easily go around slowly. So that's got to be pleasing that you're not overawed by this step up.
Yeah, I think I've always pushed myself in a certain way for where I create certain goals out on track, so I'm not overstepping that boundary of actually ending up in a big crash. So I'd much rather get to my achievement goal pace-wise slowly rather than overstep it and then have to work backwards towards it.
Was there a moment last week where you kind of looked down in the paddock and saw the Formula Ford and Formula First getting prepared and seeing some of your old mates who you used to spar with and think, God, that was me not that long ago?
Yeah, it was definitely weird. It was also felt a little bit more like at home having them there in a way because I also got to see Dad at the meeting too, so it was great.
Going to say, yeah, there is that sort of side of it, the fraternity that is New Zealand motorsport. At the end of the day, yes, it's a big glamorous event with TV cameras and all the rest of it, but at the same time, it's the same people you've been around all your life.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Any thoughts about, over this month now, on what your future holds, given that you have, performed at least on a level whereby you know that you should and could be at this level if you get an opportunity?
Yeah, I think my main goal coming into this was to just have a look around and see what I could possibly do next. So still a little bit up in the air, but we're looking at opportunities and what I can do after this.
What about this weekend? Taupo? I don't know if it's a circuit you know well or not, is it?
I've done a couple races at Taupo in the Formula Ford last season, so I have had track experience on it not too long ago, but it is another intense track again.
What do you feel would you be happy with at the end of the weekend? Are you looking for one particular goal or just keep chipping away?
Just keep chipping away, just progression in each race.
All right, well, we'll see you out there and we'll try and get another chat with you later in the weekend.
Yeah.